When people ask what is it that makes a legitimately great sequel, I personally believe that it is important that a sequel continue the story building on the foundations of the first one. Do not retcon, do not destroy, just push things forward. Obviously, for any filmmaker who really wants to make a sequel, they have more of a story to tell. And I personally believe Don Mancini really did have more story to tell in the path of Andy Barclay and, of course, of this guy. Now, this one really does do that job because it starts with Andy's mom being committed and the detective who previously helped them basically threw him under the bus just to save his own ass. And now Andy is, waiting for a foster home, and the one he gets shacked up with is a, both are extremely incredulous people. They're well intentioned, but unfortunately, they're the kind of people who would never even think in a million years that Andy's story about a homicidal killer doll is ever going to be real. And so the only person that Andy can connect with is this disaffected youth who really doesn't want to be bothered with it, just wants to get on through life, just age out and get a place of her own. But now she actually finds herself, taking responsibility for this little kid who actually has the more abnormal problems that a kid usually has, specifically the reemergence of Chucky. And I will say the other reason why this one is a spectacular sequel is that because now the cat's out of the bag, and now that we know how Chucky operates, we get to see a lot more of the fun side of the character, the kind of stuff that really does make Chucky an enjoyable character. The humor is much more pronounced here, but that still doesn't stop all the great kills and some definitive Chucky moments. Of course, him beating the teacher to death with a yardstick going, "You've been very naughty, Miss Kettlewell." You got that bit, and another thing this one does better than the first film is that the final climax is bigger and way more dangerous as it takes place in the good guy warehouse / factory. A factory so life-threatening that I would even wager that it rivals Willy Wonka's chocolate factory in being the quintessential OSHA nightmare. You've got an incredible kill where a guy gets doll eyes implanted in his head. And even then, the final showdown between Kyle, Andy, and Chucky is one of the best. And Chucky really does up the threat factor because you see him get utterly mangled in this one, and he still keeps coming back. And it really does solidify Chucky as one of the great cinema slashers. Don't you think? Well, why are you looking at me like that? I'm complimenting you, you little asshole.